to win the overall. And Jeff, you and I talked about it while we were at the break. If anyone deserves to win Southwick under these conditions, it is Brett Metcalf. This track owes him one big time.
It certainly does. 1 year ago in Moto 1, Brett Metcalf has the ride of his life going. Has got Dungey handled in Moto 1 and runs out of gas with a quarter of a lap to go before the finish. Just a heartbreaking moment for our friend Brett Metcalf. But he comes back on a track that he really enjoys, says he loves the sand, loves it when it gets rough and nasty like this, and is just putting in a spectacular performance with a third in the first moto, possibly a second here in the second moto, which would give him his first ever AMA overall win, right? Which it's going to be a huge moment. Little less than 3 laps to go, and let's stay tuned to see if he can pull this off.
Yeah, well, it's mixed emotions then for Rockstar Makita Suzuki, because Dungey, a heartbreak for him, not getting that bike going in the second moto as the team worked feverishly. He's going to lose a bunch of points. But on the other hand, Metcalf, his teammate, might win the race. Let's check out Villopoto here, who is running in fourth, just trying to collect points.
Yeah, you talk about bittersweet for Suzuki.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're glad to see Metcalf win, but they're still not going to be too pumped when this day is over. But Dungey's doing a good job. He's up to 12th. He won't lose too many points, actually, to Villopoto.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to mention is last year we had that situation with Metcalf and Short who were battling, and they all, you know, when it all went down, he didn't end up losing that many points because of the effort. I'm talking about Short.
Yeah, so Dungey in 12th and looking to make more moves. Trying to figure out, was that Ben LeMay, the 11th place rider? Yes, it was. So Dungey has made another pass. What an effort in the sand, the mud, the rain on a bike that he's probably not sure what was right or what was wrong with it. He has done nothing but just nothing else but just dig down deep. He'll ask questions when the race is over. This is one of the all-time hero efforts to try to score any points at all. And now that he is in 11th, I believe you scored 10 points for that. Villopoto,
correct.
In 4th, I believe you get 18. The Villopoto's only going to make up 8 points on him if it ends like this, and Dungey gained 3 on him in the first moto, so it'll only be a 5-point swing at the end of the day. Way to salvage it for Dungey, and there's still 2 laps to go.
Yeah, but for Dungey, he had just made his way past LeMay, and it's not that far. Chisholm is in 10th, and Shane Sewell is in 9th, and Dowd's in 8th. And all 3 of those riders are fairly close to where Dungey is right now. And you never know if one of those riders might mistake Dungey as being the leader, right? So he comes by, you know, there's...
Good point. Yeah, because Dungey's similar track position, actually, to Barcia, who is your race leader. So, yeah, they might think, well, Dungey's fast guy. Maybe he's leading the race. Maybe I'm going a lap down.
So Chisholm, this is Chisholm right here in front of us, I believe, on the Yamaha.
Dungey trying to get into the top 10 after not even starting this race. The leader had nearly completed an entire lap before they finally got the bike fixed and down to the start. And then Dungey took off. And here he is making the move on Chisholm. And that's going to put Ryan Dungey into the top 10. Are you kidding me?
The effort that he's putting out is... it's just giving me goosebumps right now to see him charging this hard and to still working this hard and to be this determined and to just not give up in this situation.
And by the way, we go back 2 years ago. There's Les Smith on the 44. He is battling it out with John Dowd. These guys are not too far in front of Dungey with a lap and a half to go. Here comes Dungey challenging Smith now, trying to make him another spot.
Smith dropped back to 9th on that lap, and Dungey, this is going to put this pass will put Dungey in the 9th place.
Unbelievable. So Dungey has literally passed 31 riders because everyone had started the race before he did. He has gone through 31 riders, sandblasted all the way. I can't even imagine what he can see at all. He's managed to keep the goggles on the whole time. They've got to be covered. Still probably get a little sand in the eyes.
Hey, Jason, Sewell was only a couple of seconds ahead. There he is. This is Shane Sewell in 8th.
Dungey trying to make a move on him.
Check it off.
Unbelievable. We go back to our leader, Justin Barcia. This will be his first ever moto win on a 450. It's kind of fitting because he got his first win on a 250 at this track at all, or ever at this track. So this place is very good to him. He's going to think about what might have been as far as the overall if his bike had made it to the finish in the first moto, but it's an equal opportunity event here. Even Ryan Dungey, he can't curse his bad luck at Southwick too bad, because we go back to 2009 when he had a points deficit in the 250 class. on Christophe Pourcel, and it was Pourcel who had the bike problems in the sand, and Dungey took advantage of that. So what Southwick giveth, it taketh away, and no one understands that better than Justin Barcia, who had a third-place finish in the first race, ripped from his hands due to bad luck, and he responds in Moto 2 and is looking for a victory on the last lap. The people cheering him on, they are the hardest of hardcore motocross fans. We have a hurricane sweeping through here, but they're going to stick around to cheer a local product from upstate New York. Justin Barcia going to make some history here with his first 450 class moto win, and these people are pumped.
A quarter a lap to go for Barcia. That's going to mean about a half a lap to go for Ryan Dungey, who we believe still is in 8th. And the next rider on the list for him would be John Dowd, local boy, local man, father of 2. But when you look at the points, the effort that Dungey has put in, if Dungey finishes 8th and Villapoto in 4th, that's only a 5-point difference towards the championship.
Yeah, and Dungey made up 3 points on him in the first moto. It's almost a wash. Pardon the pun, on a day with a lot of rain and mud.
Dungey up to 7th, actually. Timing and scoring is telling us at this point.
Unbelievable. Meanwhile, let's focus on this. The kid does it. Justin Barcia, we talk quite a bit how he is not intimidated at all by the superstars of the 450 division, and he is going to beat them in a rough, rugged, and muddy Southwick Moto number 2. Through the eye of Hurricane Irene, Justin Barcia wins his first ever 450 moto here at Southwick. We'll talk to a very happy winner when we return. This event, we'll start it out with the drama in moto number 1. And it was drama for Justin Barcia, who was riding well in 3rd. There's Chad Reed. He goes out with mechanical troubles, running 4th. Barcia, who was running 3rd, he goes out in mechanical troubles as well. There's Reed. You can basically scratch him from championship contention, and then Reed ran into trouble in Moto 2 as well with his bike. Dungey takes the first moto win, so all the luck is shining on the number 1 until they can't get his bike running for the second moto. Apparently they had a problem at the end of Moto 1. They got the bike to the finish, swapped the engine out, but couldn't do it in time. The gate dropped without Dungey. There's Dungey walking around back there. Then Justin Barcia had a terrible gate pick because of the bad finish in Moto 1. Somehow grabs the whole shot. There is Reed on the number 22, down in the first turn. Dungey joins the race late and miraculously starting the race 3/4 of the lap down with rally to finish 7th. Reed, meanwhile, ran into trouble with his bike again, so he finishes neither moto today. Justin Barcia wins the moto. And through all that, Ryan Villapoto extends his points lead, and Brett Metcalf wins the overall. Can you keep track of all that? We'll try to help you out a little bit with our results here in Moto 2. Barcia the winner, Metcalf by virtue of that 2nd place finish, and a 3rd in Moto 1 will win the overall. More on that later. Just focus on that top 10 and notice that Villapoto only finished 3 spots ahead of Dungey when it was all said and done.
And that right there, that ride by Ryan Dungey to work his way up to 7th.
Might have saved the season. Let's go down to Barcia on the podium with Aaron.
Only his 2nd round in the 450 class, and you managed to come out on top. Justin, what did you do, and how did you manage to pull this off in such a short period of time?
Honestly, I have no idea. The first moto was just some bad luck, and I knew I could ride the sand good. This is my favorite place, and I just went out there, far outside, got a great start, charged the whole time. The whole Honda team, the Geico, everyone, they did so great today, and all my mechanics. Thanks a lot.
It was off to a rough start today, but congratulations on having the victory.
Well, who knows? It could have been an overall for Barcia, but his bike ran into trouble in Moto number 1, but pretty much everybody had bike troubles today, so you can't really blame that on the teams or the equipment. Mother Nature dominated this one. All right, we're going to take a break here and try to sort this all out. Villapoto adding a few points to his lead over Dungey. Brett Metcalf going to celebrate his first ever overall. Crazy stuff here at Southwick. Welcome back to the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship Rockstar Energy Drink National at Southwick. And poetic justice for Brett Metcalf, who had a win ripped from his hands last year when his bike ran out of gas. He wins the overall here in 2011. One of the few riders who was able to be consistent on a very rough day today. By virtue of 3-2 scores, he is your overall winner. And Dungey salvages the podium. Hey, let's send it down to Aaron on the podium with Brett Metcalf.
Not only it is his very first overall, but his dad is here for your first race of the season. Brett, not only did you accomplish that overall, but in front of your dad, where does this moment rank? And is this all about redemption coming in from all the heartbreak you've had here?
For my motocross career, this is the highlight for sure. I mean, it's been eight years here in the U.S. trying to get a win, and this is incredible. You know, after last year's heartbreak, this makes up for it. Just thanks to Rockstar Makita Suzuki, Thor Parts Unlimited, my whole family, my wife, everybody that's helped. And that's just hard work, dedication, motivation. Stay at it, and it happens.
Congratulations on all your hard work paying off today.
What more do you need to say to that for Metcalf? Meanwhile, we mentioned Dungey salvaging the podium. He came in down by 7 points. He leaves down by 8. You'd almost not even know all the trouble that he went through today because he didn't lose any points. Reed, meanwhile, by not finishing either moto, is way back in the series. Let's send it back down to Aaron.
What a day for Ryan Villapoto. Ryan, you still have that red plate. Chaos was going on around you. What was going through your mind, and is this the point where you can start to smile a bit, or do you know that anything can still happen?
No, I mean, anything can happen. Just, you know, it's a bummer for Ryan. You know, as for myself, I don't want to win it that way, but, you know, it's racing and stuff happens, and definitely I got given a gift today. You know, I was just trying to get through that moto and, you know, try to conserve the bike and make it through to the checkered flag. So we'll go to these last 2 rounds, and for sure I need to be on it. I need to beat him. So you know, we'll see what we can do.
Congratulations on a solid effort, and Ryan Dungey, congratulations on salvaging so many points. Your heart rate must have been through the roof before that moto had even started, and then you had to play catch up. Are you happy with everything and how it turned out, considering?
You know, I really don't know. There's so many mixed emotions right now. It's kind of hard. You know, 1 minute I didn't even think I was going to ride. I thought I was done, going back to the pits. Over the hill he comes, and hop on the bike, and at that point, you know, it's just points and salvaging and limited to damage. You know, it's you know, I don't want anybody to take away from my team. You know, it's teams that it's because we finished in 7th and gained points, and that's the difference of finishing the moto, not even a finishing or starting. And Team Rockstar, Makita Suzuki, all the mechanics, you know, Mike, my mechanic, and. It's, hey, there's 4 races left, and it's not impossible, and I'm just glad we could get out there and pick some guys off and walk away safe.
This championship is far from over, guys.
September 11th, the NFL regular season begins with a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. First, the Falcons take on the Bears in Chicago as 2 of the NFC's best go head-to-head. Then it's the Giants taking on their rivals, the Redskins, in Washington, D.C., or other regional action. Coverage begins September 11th, that's Sunday, with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL pregame show. That's noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check out local listings for the games in your area. Jeff, no games out here. This is the real deal. Ryan Dungey salvages season. Good work praising his team, actually.
Yeah, and that was a big statement by Ryan, and that was a big ride for him to come out and to not give up, not just to you know, walk away. The bike showed up. He put in an incredible effort. Loses 1 point on the day, 8 points behind in the championship. Villapoto plays it clean. But, man.
Hey, speaking of not giving up, how about Brett Metcalf finally getting his win after nearly a decade?